Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this session, we are going to look at how we can efficiently sum numbers at certain relative positions in a dataset range. Here I have a dataset of employee records with various columns, but my interest today is in column F, where I have annual salary values. I want to use these values to find the sum of employee salaries at certain relative positions. But when you try to check in this column, you will realize that the values are not sorted. So it's not easy to tell, for instance, which salary value is the fourth largest or the second largest. But now to avoid that hassle of going to first sort, then trying to scan, looking for salaries at different positions, I'm going to show you the easiest way of how we can do that. To do that, we are going to use the combination of sum and small or large function. If you are finding the highly paid, we use the large function, and if you are finding the least paid, we use the small function. So here, I want to find the sum of the first four highly paid. So I'm going to use the sum function in conjunction with the large function. I type equal signs, then I put sum function. Inside the sum function, I put large. Then after large, I specify the array. The array is this column of annual salary. So I click the first cell, then I press Ctrl Shift and down arrow, select the whole range. I put a comma. When you come back here in the formula, you realize that now it is requiring us to enter the k value. Our k constant is going to be the array constant. So we type the opening curly brackets, then we specify the positions we are interested in. I want the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. Then I close with the closing curly bracket. Then after, I close the large function and I close the sum function. I press enter. Here, I get the sum of the first four highly paid employees. Then here to find the sum of second, fifth and 10th highly paid, here you can see that the positions are not consecutive. So to do that, we use the same syntax. We type equal signs, type sum function, followed by large. Since we want the highly paid, I type large function, I open it, then I specify again the array, which is our range. So I click in the first cell, then I press Ctrl Shift and down arrow, select the whole range. Then I type a comma. When you come here again, it is asking for the constant. We have to type the array constant. Put the open curly brackets. Now we are interested in salary values at the second position, then fifth position, and 10th position. I close the curly brackets. Then I close the large function. Again, I close the sum function and press enter. So this is the sum of the second, fifth, and 10th highly paid employees. Similarly, when we come to find the sum of the first four least paid, this time we are going to use the sum function together with the small function. So I type sum. Inside sum, I put small function. Then I specify the array. I click the first cell. Then I press Ctrl Shift and down arrow, select the whole range. So when I come back here in the formula, I type a comma. Then after the comma, I specify again the array constant. I put the opening curly brackets. I'm interested in the sum of the least four paid employees. So I type 1, 2, 3, 4, separated by commas. I close with the closing curly bracket, then I close the small function and the sum function. I press enter. Here I get the sum of the first four least paid. I can give them the same format. Click here, I come to Format Painter. Then I come and click here. Similarly, to find the sum of the second, fourth, and 10th least paid, I use the sum function. Then inside, I specify small function. I select the array. I select the first cell. Then I press Ctrl Shift down arrow. I type a comma, separate the arguments. Now I enter the array constant, the opening curly bracket. Then I specify the positions, 2nd, 5th, and 10th. I close the array. Then I close the small function and the sum function. I press enter. So now let us try to prove, see whether our values are the right ones. So to do that, we are going to do it now manually through the process of sorting, then trying to scan, looking for the positions. So to use that sorting method, I select any cell within the dataset. Then I press Ctrl Shift L to create the filter buttons. So I come to the filter button here on the annual salary column. Then I sort. If I want to find the highly paid, I can sort largest to smallest. Then I get them sorted in descending order. So I want the first 4. Let me now try to find the sum using the first 4 largest salaries. I type the equal signs. I type sum function. Then inside the sum function, I specify the first 4. I close the brackets, then enter. So you can see that I'm getting the same value like this one up here. Similarly, with 2nd, 5th, and 10th highly paid, I come here, I type equal signs, then I choose now the values at these positions. So I want the 2nd, I type a plus sign. Now next I want the 5th. This is the 5th value. Then the next one, I want the 10th value. The 10th value is this one here. Then I press enter. Similarly here, to get the first 4 list paid employees, I will have to first now sort my values in a descending order, or I come at the bottom and I look for the last 4. So I can now come back, change the sorting. I sort smallest to largest. Now I can come and put the sum function and specify the range. I want the first list paid, so I select the first 4, then I close the function. You can see that again I get the same value which I had up here. The same case here, if I want to find the list paid at these positions, I type equal signs, then now I specify the values. I want the 2nd, which is here, put a plus sign, then I get the 5th one, which is this one here. Then I come to the 10th value. The 10th value is this one here. Then I press enter. So you can see that I also get the same value which we had up here. And when you come back here, where we computed the totals of the highly paid employees, you will realize that these figures which we used for cross-checking, where we used only the sum function, the values have changed. And this is because here in the annual salary column, we changed the sorting order. But now these ones here, where we specified the positions, in the formula here, the values have remained static. And this is because whether you sort in ascending or descending order, the relative positions of these annual salary values remain the same. So this is how we can easily find the sum of values at some relative positions without necessarily going to sort and trying to scan looking for the positions. This marks the end of this session. Hope you have found it useful. And if you are new to the channel, kindly support by subscribing. For returning subscribers, I thank you very much for always coming back to check on the new uploads. Like, comment, and share. Let us meet in the next one.